What's good, everybody? I'm Brian.
And I'm Ashley.
Welcome back to the Killer Point of View podcast, where horror movies and true crime are one of the same. We have Joe here with us.
Hello.
And we have Jamie here with us.
Hey, guys.
And it is our first YouTube video. Do not kill us too badly, okay? I'm just saying, it's our first video. I'm sure there will be a lot of mess ups.
It's a work in progress.
Still,
Yeah.
there will be a lot of mess ups. Okay. You do not see me on screen because I am the Wizard of Oz of the podcast. Okay. Maybe you'll see me once the podcast is like over with, completely done. Maybe.
What?
No, y'all don't like that? No.
I just work here, man.
Okay. So I want to, for those of you listening and who has listened to us for quite some time now, since we're on a different platform now, I thought it would be good for us to go around and everybody kind of introduce themselves and just a little bit of history of why they like horror movies and stuff like that. I'll go first. So, name's Brian, obviously. But no, my favorite horror movie would probably be Scream. And because when I was a kid, I liked Scooby-Doo a lot, like the whole mystery and trying to find out who the bad guy was. And I feel like that's like Scream is like the live version of that, the live horror version of that. So that just kind of always stuck with me. But, I mean, and Scream is fun and, it's a great franchise. I like horror movies because, you get to see people get fucked up quite a bit in a lot of different ways. What's funny, Ashley?
That's brutal.
That's morbid.
That's horror movies for you.
I like to see them get fucked
I
up.
like to see people get murdered.
I want to see you bleed.
No, okay. See, no, I like to see like a lot of different death scenes.
Okay.
In movies, okay? In movies.
You're not making it better.
No, but I like to see like storylines and stuff like that and how all that stuff comes together. And I've been watching horror movies since I was a kid, so Ashley.
I don't like this. This gives me anxiety. I feel like you're making me stand up in front of the class. Okay, obviously my name is Ashley. I feel like my level of whatever is like right below love is what I feel for horror movies because.
So you like it?
Yeah, I feel like there's got to be something in between like and love. I don't know, but it's whatever that is. Because see, with me, I don't watch horror movies by myself ever. So I think that's a big reason that I wouldn't file myself under the lover. But there are a lot of them that I enjoy. I'll watch them, sometimes against my will, but
don't say that.
But
I did not force you to do anything.
My favorite, I don't know if this is like my favorite, but I was like thinking about some, and The Descent is one of my favorites. Like that's at the top.
I thought you would have picked The Conjuring.
I thought about it, but I feel like I've talked about The Conjuring a lot lately, so I went with The Descent. But also, I believe her name is Sarah. She's like probably one of my favorite final girls, and I know I don't know if she technically falls underneath that because I was reading stuff earlier and people were arguing, and I was like, calm the fuck down. So I consider her one, I guess, but yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, Joe.
So my name is Joe, and my favorite horror film would be The Thing from 1982. And what I really enjoy about that movie is it's not just the direct threat of an alien trying to kill them all. It's also the fear of isolation and the fear of not knowing who to trust amongst themselves. So that's one of the reasons I really enjoy that film. What I really like about horror films is not just the jump scares, obviously, but also the unique plot twists. So, like, for example, The Others from 2001 with Nicole Kidman, that was a hell of a plot twist. You got The Sixth Sense, so the first Saw movie. So I really enjoy the plot twist that horror films can bring.
Yeah, that I would definitely agree with that. The plot twist is what I like too. Jamie.
Yes, my name's Jamie, and I'm obsessed with horror movies. I feel like horror movies are very comforting, which, probably sounds weird to people that don't like horror movies, but my husband says I always watch really fucked up shit, and I'm like, yeah, it's really comforting to me.
Yeah.
I like how, they take you out of the real world for a little bit. There's a thrill when you're watching horror movies, but, there's not like a real threat in your life while you're watching them. You can be scared, but, it's not real. I was reading an article earlier, and it said that horror movies can actually help with anxiety. So I found that interesting.
You hear that,
and it
Ashley?
said, right.
I'm not going to be part of that study. I'll pass.
It said there was a recent study that showed people who watched horror movies were less psychologically distressed by the COVID-19 pandemic. So I thought that was interesting too. Yeah.
That'd be an interesting article to actually cover. Just to go over and talk about. I like that. That's interesting.
Right.
I never heard that one before.
Yeah, that's I've never heard that either.
No.
Okay, so for our first YouTube video, I thought it would be a great idea, especially because of the movie that's coming out this weekend, for us to do the 2013 Evil Dead. Do you want to do the synopsis, Joe?
Certainly. In an attempt to help one of their own battle withdrawal from drug addiction, a group of childhood friends decide to spend 3 days in a remote cabin deep in the woods, only to have their plans unraveled when they discover a book containing a sinister incantation that awakens a supernatural force and unleashes violence unlike anything they could expect.
Okay, now this film doesn't have a whole lot of people in it. And outside of one person, I really didn't know the other people, even though they've been on like shows and stuff that I've seen before, but not really too familiar with stuff they've been in. So we have Jane Levy. I think that's how you pronounce her name. She plays Mia. I know her mostly from Don't Breathe. Which
she was also on Shameless.
Yes. There's actually like 3 or 4 people
I know
from this movie.
I saw that,
from Shameless. But I never watched Shameless outside of like half the first season.
I love Shameless and I love Jane Levy, so
I know you do. She was also on a show. It was a mini series on Netflix called What If. That was actually pretty good. And then we have, I don't know how to pronounce his name, Shiloh Fernandez. He played David. He did the voice of David in the video game also for Evil Dead. And who else do we have? We got Jessica Lucas. She's been on a bunch of TV shows.
I remember her from Cloverfield.
Wait, the remake? Or wait, what?
The movie Cloverfield.
I don't know if I've seen it.
Bullshit.
No, I don't think I have.
Wow. Shame.
I don't know.
Shameful.
My mind's going blank.
Okay.
I know what it is,
right,
but I don't think I've seen it. I think it's one of those movies where
Monster Attacks New York City.
I've seen a lot of stuff from it, so I feel like I've seen it, but I don't think I've actually seen it. If that makes sense.
I got you.
When did that come out?
Give me a minute. I can get you that answer.
Okay, yeah. So we have Lou Taylor Pucci. I think that's how you say his name.
2008.
That sounds about right. I don't think I've seen it.
Okay, it's on the list. It's on the list.
If I did, I do not remember it. He's been in a bunch of TV shows.
he was on You.
Shameless. I've only seen the first season of You, so I don't know.
He was only on there for I think like 3-4 episodes. So
I don't know. He was in American Horror Story. It's basically everybody else besides Jane Levy has been in mostly just TV shows, which is fine because we love TV also here. Okay, so let's get into memorable moments, Jamie.
Yeah, there's so many. Because this movie is, I mean, it's just like nonstop from the beginning to the end.
Yes.
So I'll try to just go over some main ones, but like I said, most of the movie, well, the whole movie's memorable, really. But
Right.
definitely the opening. You've got the girl in the woods and the two men kidnap her, and you think, what the hell's going on here? And then it shows that it's her dad, and he says, that she's possessed and she killed her mom. And then he sets her on fire and shoots her. So, that's the opening, which I think kind of sets the tone for the whole movie.
It does. And I like how the title came in with the music and everything. I was like, yeah, this is about to be some creepy, weird shit.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is, but like people being possessed in movies and saying like the most outlandish shit, it cracks me up, but it's also really like, yeah, this person has lost it.
Yeah, that
right.
we see that throughout this movie. I was like, the things that were just being said, I was like, whoa, that's a little uncalled for.
It reminded me of The Exorcist a lot.
Right.
Yeah, so. Okay, what else you got for us?
So, Eric, he opens the book and he starts reading it, and Mia's outside, and then she throws up. She sees that woman in the woods. Then she decides to leave. She takes the car. She wrecks the car because she sees that woman again, and she's in the water. And then she comes out, starts running through the woods. She gets stuck in the tree branches, and then she sees the woman again. And then all that black stuff starts coming out of her mouth and, wraps around Mia and then goes inside her. So that whole scene's pretty cool.
Yeah. Basically, she got impregnated by tree branches.
Pretty much,
Right.
which I think happened. I mean, I think I've seen parts of the original, but I think that happens in the movie. Doesn't a woman get killed by a bunch of tree branches?
In the first one?
The original, yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
I have only seen the first one one time,
Right.
and that was last year.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
It's completely different from this. Like, to me, that one was a horror comedy, kind of, to me.
Definitely.
This one,
Oh my god. It's not funny. Oh, I thought I was about to be sacrificed.
You want to try to fix that real quick?
no, we're good.
Okay.
Just
You
had
better cut that shit out of there.
I know. I think I might leave it in. Pause. Well, no, that wouldn't be a pause. With
Don't leave it in.
you. Okay.
She belongs to the street.
First of all, what the fuck? I'm not even the one making the joke. Oh my god.
We just had a little studio issue. Something fell, but we're fine. I don't even think it was
Speak
caught
for
on
yourself.
camera. You're fine. Did you get hit? No.
It was caught on camera. There's no way it wasn't.
It was, I don't think it was.
The camera's recording. How did it miss it?
Because of where it's at. I don't know. Either way, funny as hell. I'm leaving it in.
Okay.
Oh god.
But like I was saying before that magical moment there, the first one was like a horror comedy to me.
Okay.
From what I remember. And this one was just a straight up horror movie. Like, it wasn't really funny at all. Outside of the crazy shit she was saying
Right.
after she was possessed. But the first one. I mean, I like the first one. It's just hard, especially because I saw the first one after seeing this one. It's hard to like it, like, some people who grew up watching it and stuff like that.
Right.
So, yeah. And you've never seen it, right, Ashley?
No, and I never intend to.
Okay. What else do you got, Jamie?
So at this point, Mia, she's possessed. She comes out with the shotgun and she shoots and hits her brother. And then she tells everyone that they're all going to die tonight. And then at that point, she starts to vomit that red stuff onto Olivia. And then Olivia kind of pushes her downstairs into the basement, I guess it is. And then I think it's Eric that closes it and locks it.
Yep.
So at this point, they're like, what the fuck's happening?
Yeah, as soon as she said, "You're all gonna die tonight," I would have been the fuck out of there.
Right.
I would have been gone. Well, I wouldn't have been there in the first place,
Right.
but if I did go, I would have left as soon as she said that.
No, see, I would have
Yeah.
left as soon as, because they found all them fucking cats and shit before that, right?
Yeah.
And there was blood on the
Yeah.
floor. And see, now, I might be white, but I'm not staying in a cabin full of dead cats white. I'm not read fucking incantations from the flesh-covered book white, okay? Like,
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
doing any of that.
I mean, okay.
I'm not doing any of that.
No, yeah, I wouldn't. No. If you see a book, just leave it alone.
Didn't it have, like, barbed
and
wire wrapped around it?
Yeah.
Leave this book alone.
Yeah.
Leave this book alone.
Clearly
And
he
Eric's
can't read.
dumbass just reads from it.
Yeah, clearly you can't read. I think it said it on a few different pages.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I was waiting for it to say, "Close this fucking book right now."
Right.
Yeah, that guy is stupid for that.
Yeah. Idiot.
Yeah, so yeah, she got pushed down the steps. They lock her down there. Was this before or after she killed the dog?
The dog was already dead.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
because that was fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so what else you got?
So at this point, it looks like Olivia's possessed, from the vomit. I'm assuming that Mia did here. So
Yeah,
they show Olivia is cutting her own mouth off.
Ugh.
And then Eric, he slips and, hits his back on the toilet. And then she starts stabbing him in the chest with the broken mirror pieces. And then she also takes the needle and stabs him in the face, like, over and over and over.
That part was crazy.
yeah,
Yeah.
syringe,
This
that was
whole
just-
scene,
This
this whole scene is really good.
this scene is when the movie like really started to ramp up. I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
What the
Yeah.
fuck is going on?
I know. It did not stop after that.
No, I feel bad for him. Well, no, because he read the fucking book. He deserved everything
Right.
that happened
It's
to
his
him.
fault.
He got tortured this entire movie.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, that sucks. But yeah, that scene was definitely to me probably one of the. Well, no, it's not the most memorable of the movie, but probably second.
Yeah.
Probably
One of the most, for sure.
Yep. What else you got?
Yeah. So the needle's like stuck in his eye. Well, like right underneath his eye, I think it
Yep.
was. And
Yep.
he pulls it out. And then Olivia gets back up and she, I think she hits her head. She might have fallen and hit her head too. And then he takes the part of the toilet and just starts like beating the shit out of her, basically.
Yeah. As one would do in that situation.
Right.
Like,
So
yeah.
I think at that point, she's dead at that point.
Yep.
Yeah. So then Natalie, David's girlfriend, she ends up going downstairs because she's an idiot too, obviously.
Yep.
And then, like, Mia, she thinks Mia might be normal again, and then she sees that she's not. So she tries to get back out, but then Mia pulls her down. And I think at that point, Mia, like, cuts her own tongue in half.
Oh yeah.
And then she kisses Natalie, and she also bit Natalie's hand at that point.
Yeah, the
So
when she licked the blade and her fucking tongue split.
Yeah.
Into
yeah,
two. Ugh.
yeah, yeah. So now she's infected Natalie.
Yep.
And another scene that I think was really, really cool when Natalie cuts her own arm off with that electric turkey carver.
Yeah.
That was like so bloody, that whole scene.
I'm actually surprised she did that though.
Mm-hmm.
Because, and a lot of times people will just let it infect their whole body, but she was like smart enough to know, like, if I cut it off, maybe that'll help.
Right.
But
Right.
no, it didn't help
Not
at
so
all.
much.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that part was really gory, like all the blood. And,
Yeah, there was a lot of blood.
I think the other day when we watched it again, I think it was the unrated version, and I don't think I've ever seen that version of the movie.
Oh, okay.
But and I don't know if this part was in the regular version, but her arm, like when she was standing up and David had saw her,
Right.
her arm was still attached a little bit, like by the skin.
Yeah.
And then it just like dropped. I was like, what the fuck? I don't remember seeing that on the first time I watched it, but yeah, that was ugh. What is it with people losing limbs in this movie?
Right.
Or franchise, I should say.
Well, didn't it say something about that in the book too? That was one way. I mean, obviously, that's not exactly what was intended, but they did say that dismemberment was like one way to kill those people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but she didn't know
No,
that.
I know that. I'm just saying. I think that that was what I thought about.
Yeah, that was a crazy scene.
Mm-hmm.
What else she got?
So right after that, Natalie's got the staple gun, and she's like shooting, not staple gun, nail gun. She's like shooting the nails. Yeah. Shooting them in her own head first. And then she's shooting them at Eric and David. And then I think at that point, she's like taking the crowbar and beating the shit out of Eric. And then David shoots her. He shoots her hand off, I believe.
Yep.
I don't know why she died like after that. I was kind of confused by that, but
yeah, the last thing I remember of her, she was like talking about how her face hurt. Well, no shit, you got a face full of nails,
right? That you did to yourself,
right? And then she kind of seemed like she was normal, and then she like laid down on David. I don't remember what happened to her after that.
They just left her there. They should have chopped her head off.
She probably
bled out because I mean she was
there
missing
blood
both.
all over this house.
Oh well, yeah, she was missing both arms, but that's funny. So then what happens next?
So I mean, there's some scenes in between that I'm not really going to talk about, but basically we're getting towards the end now. So David, this is after he buries Mia and tries to revive her and everything, and then she does come back as herself. So then David, he decides to use the shotgun to shoot the gasoline can that's in the house and kind of blows the house up. So I think at that point, him and Eric died from that.
I was mad.
So, yeah.
Because we don't, usually it's just a final girl. There's not really a final boy, if you will. So in the original, there was a final boy. So I was a little mad that they kind of did something different with that, but it still turned out great, I think.
Yeah. I thought her brother was going to live though too, but didn't happen.
But she came back, and then this fucking crazy lady came out the ground.
Yeah, well, it started raining blood first, which I thought that was fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, so it's just raining blood, and then here comes the the possessed girl from underground. And then, you have the whole part where Mia's got the chainsaw, and
which
I think she kind of cuts her legs in half.
Yeah, the old whatever the possessed thing was.
Demon,
yeah. She had that blade, and she was stabbing the wall trying to stab Mia, and she slit her knee or something like that. Yeah. And then
they eventually get outside, like by the Jeep, and that's when Mia cuts the demon's legs. Like I think she cuts them like at her knees, maybe.
Yep.
And then the demon throws the Jeep like onto. I think it was just Mia's arm, but that part was pretty fucked up too.
Yeah, on the wrist.
Her arm stuck under the Jeep. Yeah.
I didn't like that part because you cannot pull your wrist like that, and it just tears
probably
apart.
Not.
No, but the attention to detail right there, where you just saw that coming apart.
It looked great. It looked great, but I was like, you can't do that,
right?
Like it would have been better.
Yeah, it was cool, but yeah,
it would have been better if she took the chainsaw and cut her
right
her wrist.
Oh yeah, that's true. They
that-
could have done that.
So I wish they would have did that. That would have made more sense. But they pay homage with that part to the,
Right.
Was it the first or the second one? I can't remember. But, because he lost his hand and stuff like that. So, yeah, that was them paying homage. And then she fucking went to town with that damn chainsaw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That 10-15 second part was probably better than any scene out of the entire Texas Chainsaw franchise to me. And that has the fucking word chainsaw in the title of the movie.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't. That part was crazy to me. While it's raining blood, and
Right.
I love that scene.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And then that was pretty much it. Like the demon died after that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Right.
she
Yep, she pretty much
by the ground
cut her in half. Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite scene out of the movie. That's how you end a movie.
Yeah. 100%.
Do anybody have any other scenes they want to talk about? Something that stood out?
I think Jane Levy's performance of Mia in the scene where after she gets pretty much gets caught by the trees in the forest, and she's in the bedroom, and David comes in to talk to her, and she's sitting there in the shadow under the bed, and you could just see the terror in her face and everything. I thought that was a good performance right there. That was a good scene.
Yeah, no,
I agree.
She looked spooky as fuck.
Yeah, she looked.
Yeah.
You could just see she was genuinely terrified. I was like, yeah, that's
She
good.
looked spooky as fuck. Also, that scene where she was in the shower and had that shit on hell, like that's how hot it was. That's how I take showers.
I believe it.
That,
Yeah.
But like her skin was coming off her face. I was like, fuck, that gotta be hot. But yeah. And then, they all thought it was because of the drugs and stuff like that. That's what that deeper meaning is on the outline that that we have. Because I wanted to know that because she's trying to recover from, what was it, heroin or
I believe so.
something like that. I can't remember, but basically this whole movie could have been a dream, and it just could have all been from her going through withdrawals and stuff like that.
That's crazy.
Did anybody have that thought, or is it just me?
But that's fucking
No, but that's a good
terrifying.
thought.
Like she could have just woke up at the end and been in a hospital. Everybody would have been alive, and
Right.
I'm glad they didn't do that because I like how it ended and stuff like that. But
Yeah, I think if they had done it that way, it may have kind of spoiled the movie.
maybe a little bit. That could have been like a alternate ending
Yeah.
because I do like that idea.
It'd be a crazy twist, yeah.
Right.
I was talking to somebody yesterday about a movie idea that I really want to happen. But let's move on to whatever's next on the list. Fear factor. No, that's not it. One of your favorite moments in a horror movie. This can be any horror movie. Evil Dead does not count because we just talked about those scenes. Ashley, I'll start with you. What is one of your favorite moments? It don't have to be your favorite, just one of your favorite moments in a horror movie.
Okay, so this moment, I believe, was intended to be scary, to kind of put you on the edge of your seat.
And
but
you laughed at it.
I couldn't help but just giggle because it was so funny. And it's when Leatherface puts his fucking sports mode on, and he is just
Which one? The 2003?
the good one. Yeah, that one.
Okay.
Like after I can't even remember her name now.
Jessica Biel?
I meant her character, but yeah,
Erin?
Yeah, Erin. She runs out of like that creepy house that she was hiding in, and she's running, and then something happened to him. I can't even remember what it was now, but he just was running so fucking fast with that chainsaw, and that moment is probably supposed to build suspense and stuff, but I just couldn't stop laughing about it. So
You talking about when
he runs through this fence? They're on like this little trail or something, I think, and he's just going after her, and it's just funny to
Yeah,
see
because
him.
he had just killed the one guy, right?
Yeah.
That was hanging up on the chandelier or whatever.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, that's one of my favorites because it just
No,
makes me laugh.
He's a fucking linebacker, like for real. And she had the ball, and she was just running full speed. And he was trying to tackle her. Joe, what about you?
A favorite of mine, and it's a classic, would be The Sixth Sense. The ending where Bruce Willis' character finds out that he's dead. He's been dead the whole time. That is just a plot twist that I remember sitting there with my whole family watching that. And we all damn near screamed. We couldn't believe it.
M. Night Shyamalan does have some good plot twists in his movies. Except The Village. I really fucking hate the ending of that movie.
That was a good plot twist, though. You didn't see it coming, though.
No, I didn't see it coming, but I hate it because I just hated it. I just fucking hated it. I was like, what? Okay, but no, we haven't done that movie, right? No. Sixth Sense. Okay, we have to do that soon. Jamie, what about you? What is one of your favorite moments in a horror movie? I'm sure it's probably from Halloween.
Yeah, I was actually going to say one from the original Halloween, but I'm going to go a different direction here.
Okay.
I'm going to say the scene in Halloween 18 where Michael gets his mask back. Because that scene to me, like that scene, like the music and like, I don't know, it always gives me chills. I like love that scene so much. Like it stands out. It's so good.
I remember seeing that and I was like, oh shit, Stella got her groove back. Like,
yeah.
He about to go ape shit.
Yeah, and he did.
Yeah.
He certainly did.
But yeah, like how they like they did slow motion and everything. You still haven't seen it, right, Joe?
No, which one was that?
This is the one that came out 2018.
No.
Yeah.
You have to see that.
Yeah, you do.
That one's just called Halloween.
It's just called Halloween.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like to me, that one is in my top 5 out of the franchise.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's number 5 for me.
That whole scene that's number 5. So
yeah, out of my top 5, yeah. I like the original H2O, 2, 4, 18, and Kills. That's like my top 6.
Okay. I don't think I was a big fan of 4. I didn't mind it, but
4.
I like it.
I think I like 6. With that was the one with Paul Rudd, right? That was number 6.
Yeah.
I think I like 6. I'm not saying that it was.
No, I'm trying to remember. They're all. It gets confusing after 2.
The Halloween franchise is almost as confusing as the Star Wars franchise. It really is.
Yeah.
Maybe I'd say the X-Men franchise with all the timelines, different timelines, is more confusing.
It's a fucking headache.
Yeah.
Okay, so my favorite, or not my favorite, but one of my favorites is from Misery. It's the sledgehammer and the ankles for me because that scene fucked me up the first time I seen it. You had what was his name? Paul Sheldon, I think was his name.
The character, I don't remember the character's name.
Yeah, Paul Sheldon was his name. James Caan played Paul Sheldon, and Kathy Bates played Annie, and basically he had got captured by her, or not captured, rescued actually, and he was trying to heal himself back to good health, whatever, and she was a super fan of his, like he's an author and stuff like that, and he tried to escape, and she caught him, and she fucked his ankles up so bad. Like when she hit his ankles with that sledgehammer, like his feet was just like dangling like a wet fish on dry land. It was like, oh my God. I like that part. I was like, yes, I like that part. That's one of my favorite moments in a horror film. I did think about a lot of plot twists, but I feel like we talk about Scream and certain other movies quite a bit, so I wanted to go with something else that we don't talk about a lot. So, and I can't wait to do Misery.
It's a good movie.
I think. Ashley, no, you don't.
I can probably wait.
Have you seen Misery?
Yes.
Why you didn't like it?
It wasn't anything special to me. I mean, it wasn't bad. Like, I don't want to light it on fire, but
I think it was a great movie. Okay, so let's go into Fear Factor, where Ashley, because you are the person who likes horror movie like the least out of all of us. Was it scary to you?
I mean, it was definitely fucking scary to me. Yes.
Because you just watched this for the first time.
Yes, this
podcast.
And I don't know why I never watched it before. Like,
I don't know. I'm terrible at showing you movies.
You said you were scared to watch it.
Yeah, I mean,
Remember?
I definitely was scared to watch it because I have that like image of her like in her fucking eyes creeping out from underneath that door. That's like all I see. But like, I'm surprised that you've never, we've never watched it together, Brian. But yeah, definitely fucking creepy. The whole thing just does an amazing job of setting the scene. The fucking cabin, the rain, the whole vibe of it is fucking creepy. I'm scared of the paranormal shit.
And they're in Michigan.
Wait, what?
How was it, Michigan?
Yeah.
I didn't pay attention to that.
You didn't know that?
I must have missed that part.
Yeah, it was Michigan.
Yeah.
They say it at the beginning.
Oh, God.
They also, I think, Mia's character, when you first get introduced to her, she's wearing a Michigan State sweater and everything, yeah.
Is that a little bit too close to home?
Yeah, I don't like that. Shit. Okay. But yeah, I mean, and then even like the opening scene, it really did a good job of drawing you in and making you scared already of like what's to come. If that's how the movie kind of opens. And, I think we just kind of watch everybody either, become possessed by this thing and slowly die. And then, I think overall it's scary to me. And I think other people might think it's scary. I don't know. But
so on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give it?
For me, probably like a 7. Because like if I were to watch that at night, I would like need to turn all the lights on in the house afterwards type of thing. So
you have to put on a Disney movie afterwards.
Yeah, I'd have to put on something safe, something with some singing or something. I don't know, but
okay. So you gave it a 7, Joe.
Yeah.
How scary was it to you?
Scary? I don't get scared that easily anymore when it comes to horror films. So, I mean, I guess just out of fear factor, I'd give it maybe a 6. Very eerie, very discomforting, but not scary to me. So.
Okay, so a 6. Jamie, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, I've said it before. Like, I don't feel like there's much that scares me in movies anymore. But I do think this, has scary moments in it. So, yeah, maybe like a 5.
Okay. I think I'm kind of around the same. It's kind of hard to be scared of horror movies when you've been watching them since you were a kid, I think.
Yeah.
Because you kind of seen everything to some degree.
Right.
It's, I mean, it looks better today than it did however long ago, but I mean, there's definitely scary moments, and definitely some movies where you may like look behind you, do a double take, but not really like scared or anything like that. I give it a 5.
It was also giving me Blair Witch vibes the whole time, so I was extra scared. Just with the fucking the woods and shit. Like no, thank you.
Oh, when she was getting groped by the trees.
Well, yeah, like running through there and shit. Like I'm good.
Yeah, I can see that Blair Witch, Cabin Fever vibes. I can see that.
I always get confused with those with Cabin Fever and Cabin in the Woods for some reason.
They are.
I know they're not the same thing because which one is the one I don't like?
Both.
No. I
Cabin in the Woods is the one with they go like all those monsters and stuff.
Ass. Complete ass.
Really?
Yes, I fucking hated that shit.
I loved it.
I hated that shit. Ugh.
As like a horror fan, to see all of that stuff, that was like the fucking Avengers moment right there for horror fans. I feel like just seeing all of those different creatures and stuff like that. That was amazing. But you like Cabin Fever?
I don't think I hated Cabin Fever. It's been a long time since I've seen that, but that's the one where they like get infected with something, right? Like there was something in the water and like their skin started falling off. Like I can't remember all of it, but I don't think I hated that one.
Okay. That's fine. Scariest moments to you in the film? Like what was the scariest moment in the film? I'll start with you, Ashley, since we kind of just
I think it's what I just said. Like literally seeing her like creeping out from underneath that fucking door. Like I would pee my pants if I ever saw something like that. Like I would not. I would want to die after that. I wouldn't survive. I would be scared every day of my life.
What? She was just playing a game, a little peekaboo
game. I don't want to play because that's like the thing that really scared me. Even before I had watched the movie, it was always like that image that image of her like creeping out from underneath that door, and just ugh.
Now she did look like a bona fide crackhead, like scary as fuck. Yeah, she looks scary, definitely. I give you that.
Yeah, so it's really just that image right there that sticks with me.
Okay, Joe.
I
know you said that it wasn't really scary to you, but like, what moment would be like if it was something you would be scared of? Like, what would be that moment?
I would have to say probably the moment right after she crashed her car, and like the camera angle where it shows the camera like flying through the woods coming at her or whatever.
Yeah.
That part, and then it finally catches her in the trees and everything.
Like
and then,
something was chasing her.
Yeah, that was a pretty good part.
Yeah.
That was like a edge you see like, oh crap, what's gonna happen here?
Yeah. Jamie, what about you?
I'd probably say the same as Ashley. Just like anytime she's kind of like peeking through the basement or whatever. Yeah, just the way she looked, and yeah, she looked crazy as fuck.
Yeah, creeping out from the shadows and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I would have been out of there a long time ago. Wait, what? Like, you don't look right. I'm out of here.
Right. Hang on, I'm gonna go get help. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute.
I know we family, but I'll be back.
Wasn't the one girl like a nurse or a doctor or something?
Yeah.
Yes.
And so how did she think that this was normal withdrawal stuff that was happening? Like, she didn't look... I don't know
at which part? Because she does eventually...
in the beginning, I understand.
Yeah.
In the beginning, I understand. But I feel like there was a point where she had definitely turned a fucking corner, Mia, and she was still like, oh, yeah, it's just the drugs. Like, I feel like at a certain point, she had to have been like, this is not right.
Well, I think it was like around the
moment she got fucking exorcist vomit on her.
Yeah.
That was the moment.
I still feel like she could have figured it out before then, but that's just me, I guess.
Right, she was already concerned when after the shower because she had like third-degree burn. She was like, we got to get her out of here. She's got to get to a hospital.
Yeah.
Right, but didn't she still assume that she had done that because of like the withdrawal symptoms?
She thought that was like, this is a little over the top, but it's possible. So.
Yeah, I did think it was weird that she let David take her, like try to take her to the hospital. Like nobody else got in the car. It was just those two.
The Jeep. I don't think he had back seats.
Oh, I thought
y'all would have found room for me because y'all not leaving me there. Y'all not leaving me there. I'll hang from the little bars on the roof. Y'all not leaving me there. Got me fucked up.
That's funny. Okay, so let's go to behind the scenes. I guess that's me. I mean, behind the scenes is really just, just some facts about the movie. Like the movie was filmed in chronological order because of the ending, because it was so much blood that pretty much ruined the whole set. Basically. Damn, I wanted to look up how much money this made at the box office.
I can probably tell you if you give me a second here.
Okay, you look, and I will keep.
Well, I've got it.
Oh shit!
Okay, so there was a budget of 17 million, and opening weekend in the U.S. and Canada was little over 25 million, and then gross worldwide was about 97.5 million.
And what was the budget?
17 million.
Oh yeah, so it's real profitable.
Yeah.
I'm surprised well, the one that's coming out this weekend has nothing to do with that one, right?
I honestly don't know.
As far as I know, the only thing that connects it is the book. I think the book is in the second one as well.
Okay.
So
I still haven't seen the trailer because for those of you who do not know, I hate watching trailers today because they show everything. Mm-hmm. They show all the best parts, all the suspenseful parts, like
they throw in parts that aren't even in the movie, and you're like, "What the fuck?"
Oh yeah, I've seen that before.
That's kind of annoying.
Yeah,
because you're anticipating something happening, and then it never happens, and you're like, "What the fuck?"
Right.
Yeah.
That's annoying. It's almost kind of like a misdirect in a way, but yeah, I don't like watching trailers today. They show too much, way too much. There's a lot of stuff here.
I have a fun one.
Okay.
And I actually told it to you the other day. I was watching an interview of Jane Levy, and she was just like answering super random questions, and she said that she actually has the chainsaw from that movie in her possession. It's in a storage locker that she has, so I thought that was funny.
The chainsaw?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Thought that was cool.
I just seen, I think it was on Twitter, a lot of different women from the franchise took a picture together, and she was there.
That's cool.
I have to see if I can find it. Maybe put it somewhere on the screen of this YouTube video. Maybe.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So we was talking about the Michigan State sweater. Mm-hmm. He wore that in the original. I guess I did not see that. Like I said, I only seen it one time. I don't remember him wearing the Michigan State sweater. But Sam Raimi is also from Michigan State, and I did not know that.
Oh.
Or not Michigan State, from the state of Michigan. But yeah, I didn't know that. So very, very interesting. Okay, let's move on to ratings. Ashley, you want to go first?
I suppose. Let me think here. I would probably give it an 8, I think. It's something that I would definitely watch again. Definitely scared the fuck out of me. Good cast. The graphics were great as far like when we were talking earlier about, her obliterating that demon thing at the end with the chainsaw. That looked great. Just overall, really good.
So you gave it an 8?
Yeah.
Okay, Joe, what about you?
I would say the same. I think an 8's pretty fair. I like that the gore and the horror aspect was evenly balanced. There wasn't too. Believe it or not, I didn't think there was too much gore in this movie, as there are in other movies.
It wasn't too much.
So I thought it was perfectly balanced. I really liked the cast, and again, I think Jane Levy's performance was excellent, and yeah, it's definitely one that I ended up buying actually when I watched it over the weekend. So,
so what was the score you gave it?
8.
Oh, so you both gave it 8. Okay, Jamie, what about you?
Are we not doing out of? I thought we were doing out of 5.
Yeah, I kind of changed that. Sorry.
Okay, no, it's fine. I just want to make sure. All right. Well, so I've officially seen this movie 3 times because I watched it for the first time I don't know, a month ago maybe, and then I watched it before my vacation, and then I just watched it this morning. So the first time I watched it, I would have said like 8 out of 10. And then watching it again, I actually bumped it up to 9 because I think, like I said earlier, it's just like nonstop from start to finish. Never a dull moment. It's so good. I mean, I think it's probably going to become like one of my favorite horror movies.
I think that's the highest you rated a film since you've come on the podcast, I think.
Yeah, I know. That's why it kind of surprises me. I'm like, dang, I think I really just really like it. It's just good.
Yeah, 3 times in a month and a half is a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
I will give it a 9.5. To me, it's top 5 horror remakes of all time.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not really a lot of people in the movie, but I think the cast was really good. Jane Levy was creepy as fuck. Super fucking creepy. This was her first major horror role also.
Wow. Yeah, she did so good.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah.
I'm really mad she wasn't in Don't Breathe too, because I think she did a really good job in Don't Breathe also.
Yeah, she did.
And we did that movie already, right?
We did.
We could talk about it again.
Right, because I don't think I was here for that one.
Yeah, that was back when it was just me and you, Ashley. I feel like we could talk about it again. That movie is so fucking good. And it was part of it was filmed in Detroit.
Yep.
Obviously.
And I pointed that out before they even said it. I was like, that looks familiar to me. That street that has like 6 houses missing, that looks familiar to me. So, but yeah, she did a really amazing job. I think the ending with the chainsaw, that's one of my favorite moments in a horror movie. Like, that's probably in my top 10 favorite moments, because she went to town on her ass with that chainsaw.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you couldn't even tell if it was coming out of her or if it was just from the rain. Like, it was just so much blood going on. It was amazing. Like, I don't think a blood scene like that has really, I don't want to say excite. That's the wrong word to use, I feel. I don't think I've liked a scene with blood like that since the first Nightmare on Elm Street with Johnny Depp being sucked into the bed and the blood coming up. That's what that scene was to me, like watching it for the first time. Yeah, so 9.5 for me. So that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Everybody got it ranked pretty high. Actually, I feel like that's the highest you ranked a horror film.
I mean, off the top of my head, I can't remember, but probably.
Or at least recently.
Well, I think I've given other stuff 8s, but I don't know what.
I feel like recently.
Oh, probably recently, yeah, because
because you didn't like Ghost Ship, you didn't like some of the other stuff we've done recently.
Yeah.
Speaking of previous episodes, for those of you who are just now finding out about us, there are episodes you should check out. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003. I think it's just labeled Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003. I could be completely wrong. When did we do that?
Not a super long time ago.
We did that this year, right? Yeah, it was in January.
Yeah.
It was in January. Because that was the first episode we did in January, I believe.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, because you did it like right before I came on.
Yeah, so
because I wanted to do that one, and you're like, oh man, we like literally just recorded that one.
Yeah, that was a good episode. Our Scream 6 review was a good episode. Joe was not on there.
I was suffering a horror of my own.
I told you, man, you cannot go to those bullshit movie theaters.
Whatever.
No, Joe wasn't on there.
Learned.
Joe wasn't on there because he didn't get to see the movie in time. So that was a really good episode. Our Final Destination, I think we did Final Destination 2, but we kind of talked about the whole franchise.
Right.
That was a really, really good episode. So like if you want to go back and listen to some of our stuff, I would start with those first. Don't go too far back.
What? Why? Don't discourage them.
Because they get worse the further you go back.
That's literally it didn't, they're not worse. They're just we've just grown. And so
They're worse.
Exactly.
No,
They're
that's
worse.
how it is for everybody. Everybody who does YouTube, everybody who does podcasts, if they go back and look at their first videos, they're cringing because they know how far they've come. So don't discourage them.
I'm just saying though, it's like people hearing themselves talk. Like I feel like a lot of people do not like to hear themselves talk.
Oh no, because when you try to play back parts of the episode for me, I'm like, ick, get it away from me. I don't want to hear it.
But that's how I feel like listening back to some of our older episodes. It's like,
I mean, it is what it is.
Could have did this better. That's why there's some movies that I kind of want to do over again.
I mean,
especially now that we have more people on the podcast, different point of views and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's fine.
I think it'll be fun. And then, being on YouTube, now we can add some visual stuff. I think that'll be pretty cool. But yeah, those are some great episodes to check out. This is episode 116, I believe.
Yeah, so there's a lot of previous videos. Audios to go listen to, I guess.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of stuff to go back and listen to if you want to check that out. Okay, so how do y'all feel with this being our first YouTube episode? How's it going so far?
I'm just trying to ignore the camera.
I'm doing fine.
No, also no.
Oh yeah. We had a technical difficulty.
Oh my god, that was fucking hilarious.
No, it wasn't.
It was because
it was like the spider all over again.
I mean, like you got whiter than you are, so like it was funny to see. Like you got scared.
Because the thing fell right next to me as we're talking about fucking demons. Okay,
you said the spider all over again. Talking about the little itty bitty one that no one could see that came down.
The daddy long leg that was gonna murder me. Yes. It literally was a daddy long leg. I'm not calling it a daddy long leg.
I know.
It literally was a daddy long leg.
Okay.
And Joe fucking saved me from it while you just sat there like, what is this bitch making noises for?
First of all, I didn't call you bitch. Second of all, you couldn't even see the thing. And he was sitting closer to you.
My face.
Second of all, do not say daddy or long leg in the same sentence.
This is where
please.
our mind goes, daddy.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to call the spider? Just a long leg?
Spider.
Just called a spider.
A spider. Can we just go one episode without you saying daddy?
Probably not.
Okay, last but not least, that's also another good episode to go listen to.
What? Which one?
Yeah,
that was
what
the debate.
episode
That was the debate.
Oh, the debate episode. I forgot about that. We did a episode zombies versus slashers. Slashers versus zombies. I'm sorry. I would never disrespect slashers and put that second. Slashers versus zombies. Yeah, that was like a 3-hour long episode.
Yeah, that was a lot. It's like over 3 hours, I think.
We had Jordana from the Pretty Killer podcast on there, and we debated some good movies. We let y'all off really easy. Sure. We didn't pick the best slasher movies on purpose. Like there's 2 that we picked that we would actually pick. He don't believe anything I'm saying.
No, I don't.
It's okay. Do you think we come on.
What?
There's movies that we picked that we wouldn't have picked if we were picking the best slashers.
I will admit that when I first saw the list, I was like, what the hell is this? There was not one Scream movie on there, which was a surprise to me. Coming from you. But then why didn't you give it your all?
Where's my gavel? We need to. Yeah, enough.
Right.
Halloween and Texas Chainsaw Massacre was enough. That was enough. But yeah, that's a great
audience,
episode.
The viewers spoke. They agreed that slashers were better. I'm fine with that. So
No,
I've moved on with my life.
No, but
no, I'm not fine with it because you keep bringing it up. I don't know why.
no, you brought it up because reminding people to go check that episode.
Yeah, because you can listen to her freak out because I don't think you edited that out.
I didn't.
No, I think you left it in there.
I didn't listen to it back, but you told me you weren't going to edit that out, so
I think it's in there.
Oh shit. That's funny.
At some point, you'll have enough bloopers to just make a video of me losing my shit during the middle of a video because something happens.
That will be funny. Yep.
Yeah, but no, that really was a great episode. Okay, so who wants to sign us off?
Not it.
You're the host.
Well, I don't know, like the little YouTube terms, like, subscribe, drop a comment, all that goody stuff, right?
Yep.
Anything I missed?
Hit that notification bell.
Yep, that
way
too.
You get updates.
Do they even do that still?
Yeah, they do, because I have it turned on for some of the videos I watch.
Oh, okay. So do everything for
Click
this
all
episode.
The buttons. Click all the buttons.
But no, if you guys like us, you can check out more content we have on anywhere you guys listen to podcasts. We have way more stuff than just this one video. Instagram is probably where we are the most active. We do have Twitter and Slasher and Facebook. And everything.
We're growing.
Yeah, but Instagram, we're definitely like the most active. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else.
No, I'm good.
Thank you for joining us.
And just remember that there is a thin line between horror movies and true crime. Good night.